Hello good people, subscribed to the YouTube channel of John LeBon. I come to you to ask for your opinion on a topic on which I am personally rather conflicted. I can see good arguments for and against on this particular question, and the question is quite simple. Is it okay for grown-ups to spank the bottoms of misbehaving children? Is that okay, in your opinion? I'm hoping that you'll share with me not just your opinion, but the reasoning behind your opinion. And I'm hoping that before you post a comment on this video, you'll take some time to think about it. You'll think, what is your answer to this question? How long has that been your answer? Why is that your answer? Has that always been your answer? Are you open-minded to the other side? Do you know what the arguments are for the other side? These are the kinds of questions that people with internal dialogues ask themselves when they're re-evaluating their position. And when they're put on the spot to think about their position, that's what they do. They re-evaluate it before they parrot whatever is in their mind. Now, like I said, on this particular question, I'm open-minded to both sides because I think there are good arguments both for and against. And the reason why I come to you and ask you this question now is because just recently, there have been some misbehaving children leaving comments on my YouTube channel. I'm talking about flat earth dogmatists who don't seem to realize who they're messing with. You see, years ago when I was interested in this question of the shape of the earth, and I was releasing videos and podcasts on the topic, I was involved in some debates with both heliocentrists, that is, people who believe in spinning ball earth, and also flat earthers, people who believe in flat earth. And in every instance, I gave them a good old-fashioned spanking. You see, I know the arguments for both flat earth and spinning ball earth. I know their stories better than they do. So regardless of if it's a flat earther challenging me to a debate, or a spinning ball earther, once the debate begins, if it's a fair contest where both parties are given an equal chance to speak, I will utterly destroy them. And I've done this in the past. Now, part of me to this day still feels a little bit guilty about just how much of a spanking I gave those misbehaving children. I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, I was invited into a Google Hangout with Red's Rhetoric and a bunch of his spinning ball earth believing friends. What happened was they ambushed me. They got me in there not knowing that they planned to have a live on-air debate, and next thing you know, the debate had begun. 2 hours later, I walked out of the room and there were a bunch of babies on the ground crying for their mummies because they'd just been given the spanking that I thought at the time they deserved, okay? A couple years later, I still kind of feel bad about that. I feel bad because they didn't know who they were messing with. They must have thought they were messing with a flat earther. Incorrect. And they got the treatment that, at the time, I felt justified in meting out. Let's take a look at the flat earth debate that I had with Antonio Subarat's. Same thing. Antonio Subarat's friends, so-called friends, put him up to a debate with me. He clearly didn't know who he was messing with. He went in completely unprepared. None of his friends would have debated me because they knew who they were messing with. But they allowed him to walk into the debate with me, and he got absolutely spanked. And part of me to this day feels bad about that. He must have thought that he was walking into the room with a spinning ball earther. Incorrect. I knew all of his arguments better than he did. I wasn't there to argue that we live on a spinning ball earth, because I don't believe that we do. And he copped a spanking. And to this day, no word of a lie, I still kind of feel bad about what happened. He didn't know who he was getting mixed up with. Somehow, despite the dozens of videos that I've released, despite all of the live shows that I've done, people still don't know who I am or what I'm here to say. I couldn't be making it more clear, but people hear what they want to hear. Sometimes people hear nothing at all. Like my friend Scotty Storm here, who is now challenging me to a debate. Scotty Storm, I'm sure, means well. I'm sure in his mind, the earth really is flat. I'm sure in his mind, I'm either a spinning ball earther or just as stupid. I'm sure in his mind, in a fair debate with me, he thinks he would actually win, just like everybody else does. So here's the problem. I've got one of these misbehaving children on my channel challenging me to a debate about the shape of the earth. I know what will happen if that debate goes ahead. And part of me says, don't do it. This guy wouldn't be challenging me to a debate if he knew what was in store. He doesn't know any better. Walk away. That's what part of my brain is saying. But part of my brain is saying, JLB, these people have terrible memories. People don't remember what you did to the spinning ball earthers. People don't remember what you did to the flat earther. These people have goldfish memories. Maybe it's time to remind these people who they're messing with. In the ideal world, a child would see that they're messing with an adult and they would behave themselves. Maybe some children need the occasional spanking. So now I throw it over to you, my friends. What would you do if you were me? What would you do if you knew that you could crush each and every one of these fools, and you've done it in the past, and you've got bigger fish to fry, but you've got these children leaving childish comments on your channel? What would you do? And I do have bigger fish to fry, guys. We've been lied to about millions of deaths in war. We were conditioned to mourn the deaths of millions of men who never even lived. We were traumatized at school with ritualistic minutes of silence and red poppies and all of this war footage and war films and war on TV. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. And once you understand that spinning ball Earth is a lie, as important as the shape of the Earth might be at first, there are other things to focus on, and that's what I'm doing. And I don't really have the time to go around spanking children, but apparently nobody else is doing it. In fact, I suspect that I might well be the only person who can and has destroyed both flat earthers and spinning ball earthers. So I'm conflicted. I need your feedback, I need your opinions, I need your advice. You tell me, what should I do in this situation? If you're interested in seeing what happened to Antonio, I'll put a link to this in the info box below. If you're interested in hearing what happened to Red's Rhetoric and his friends, I'll put a link to that in the info box below as well. And if you're sitting there wondering, well, what does JLB believe if he says he can destroy both flat earthers and spinning ball earthers, I'll also put a link to my Bon Earth model in the info box below, and you can go and check out the material, including this free video, available at johnlebon.com. On the 27th of September 2018, John LeBon signing off, and until next time, don't go messing with grown-ups if you're still a child. Take care of yourself.